So welcome guys, today we are going to discuss Marvel comic Dracula, the Blood Hunt. So basically you guys are thinking that why we are suddenly discussing Dracula comic. The main reason for discussing this comic because as we see in the last video, we discussed Blood Hunt's second chapter there. We see that Dracula is with the daughter of Blade, the main villain of our comic. Through this comic we are going to know how they reached to New York City and how Dracula helped Blade daughter to gain her vampire power. And another reason to discuss this comic is because the Blood Hunt take place in different universe and that universe has all the heroes of our main universe and Blood Hunt series is not able to cover all those, so other series are needed to be explained to know where the other heroes are at the time of vampires attack. So let's get started. As the chapter starts, we see Dracula is getting ready by saying, "The dawn is ending, and yet I am myself with weapon to defend it, not aid its falling. I don my strongest armor, grasp my strongest sword and remind myself I have yet to claim the strangest piece of my arsenal." Here is the also indication that this all is happening before 1 minute of sun death. Here we say Xeris saying, "Lord Dracula, the spy is returned." And the spy enters the chamber saying, "Lord Dracula, I am blessed by the opportunity to report directly to you." Dracula ordered her to be quick about the report. She started by saying that situation is exactly as you predicted, everything is in place for your arrival in Atlanta. However, the unrest has already begun, rumors of dissent both here and overseas. Vampires who see the changing tide. As Dracula say, potential traitors are to be dealt immediately regardless of the root of their discontent. Now the spy say, using this moment to take out the disloyal to you even if it is not connected to the dark magic at play. I am honored to take part in this cleansing. Dracula replied, "Indeed, in your other mission the girl." Spy replied, "Brielle Brooks is still alive, unaware that she is being watched." Dracula asked, "You're confident that with your own eyes and you're alone?" She says, "Of course." And here we see Dracula has ordered her servant to kill her and say, "We do not have the time to clean up even more losing and Xeris, her blood will be enough to fuel my travel." Now scene shift to Atlanta, Georgia before 3 minutes 33 seconds of sun death. Here we see Brielle talking to her friend about school and study inside the car. Here we see that the car is of Brielle's mother. Now friendly talks start between the friends and continue to go as suddenly we see that her friends are aware of her power. She saying, "Late sunset means no power until late at night." And finally we see the scene that all the sky in Atlanta has been covered dark, and Brielle suddenly got a headache and say, "I don't know, I think, don't touch me, I feel strange." And after some time she realize her vampire powers are back. Her friend tried to keep her calm and she say, "I will get you back home safe." And suddenly she broke the car door and say, "I think someone else is going to have to drive tomorrow." Now scene again shift to Dracula who has teleported to Atlanta where some new vampires say to Dracula, "You old, you mind your business, you know how ridiculous you look, right?" And Dracula killed them with just one slap. Further we see Brielle is fighting against vampire protecting some humans and suddenly number of vampires attack on her and she suddenly remembers how her dad trained her. She start to kill other vampires and one of the vampires bitter her, but nothing happens. She runs away and kill more, but outnumbered. Here we see Dracula come to save her. They both fight against vampire until there is no one to fight. Brielle say, "I know you, you are Dracula." Dracula replied, "Then Blade told you of me, even if your combat remain less than impressive." Brielle replied, "You come close and I will show you how impressive it is." Dracula say, "You misunderstand me, child, this is not the battle I am here to fight." And Dracula show his power by overpowering her every move and Dracula say, "You were Brielle, the daughter of my old enemy, the end of his bloodline." Here we see their conversation between them start. Brielle asked about his father. Dracula replied, "I do not seek you out for vengeance. Thought that will be of little comfort to you. The world is ending." Brielle say, "You do not strike me as someone who want to spend the end of the world in Atlanta." Dracula tried to explain her that, "If you come with me and we are lucky we might yet save it and more still." Brielle say, "You want me to go with you to save the world?" Then we see Dracula using blood teleportation, a trick which helped them to teleport to anywhere using the blood. Here we have showed whole process of it, how the mages are casting the spell, then how Dracula become blood and they're suddenly teleported to Manhattan, New York. In Manhattan we see zombies start to attack them and here comes the final twist. We see Daredevil. This is the end of the first part. Here we see how Brielle and Dracula reach New York and how our superhero Daredevil connect with our story. Next video I am going to make on Dracula, the Blood Hunt 2, because all the 50 comics are interlinked with each other. If you miss one you are going to miss all. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching.